Hello, my name is Joan and I am a tour guide at the Chester Beatty. Today I would like to tell you about one of the really beautiful books in the Chester Beatty collection. It is the Shahnama or Book of Kings and is one of the great classics of world literature. The Shahnama tells the glorious and sometimes mythical and fantastical tales of the heroes and kings of Iran from the dawn of time until the Islamic conquest in the mid-7th century. It is an epic poem of some 60,000 verses and was completed in the year 1010 by the poet Firdausi, and it took him almost 30 years to write. Firdausi is celebrated as the most influential figure in Persian literature and indeed one of the greatest in the history of literature. The paintings we'll see today are from the Shahnama, which was made for Shah Abbas I, who was ruler of Iran in the late 16th century. As patron of the arts, he established studios which created some of the finest works in modern Iranian history. Today, I look forward to sharing with you 3 beautiful paintings from his Book of Kings, the Shahnama. The first painting is of the Simurgh, which is depicted in Iranian art as a large winged creature in the shape of a bird with feathers which are said to be the colour of copper and gold. Iranian legends consider the bird so old that she has seen the destruction of the world 3 times over. She lived so long that she is thought to possess the knowledge of all the ages. The Simurgh was believed to purify the land and waters and bestow fertility. She lived in the tree of life, which stands in the middle of the world, and the seeds of all plants are on the tree. When the Simurgh took flight, the leaves of the tree shook, making all the seeds of every plant fall out. These seeds floated around the world on the winds and the rains, taking root to become every type of plant that ever lived and curing all the illnesses of mankind. When King Sam's son Zal was born, he was albino with hair as white as snow. Sam was frightened. He thought his son was either an old man or a demon, and he ordered the baby to be left at the foothills of Mount Alborz, the highest peak in Iran. When the Simurgh heard the baby crying, she flew down to rescue him. In this beautiful painting, you can see her carrying baby Sal to her nest on top of the mountain, where, together with her 3 chicks, she raised him as her own. Some years later, King Sam had a dream reminding him how he had abandoned his son. He felt really guilty, and he set out to Mount Alborz, where he was reunited with Zal, who was now a handsome young man. His father wanted him to rejoin him in his kingdom. However, Zal was reluctant to leave the Simurgh, and she was really sad to see him go. But she gave him 3 golden feathers and said that if he was ever in trouble, he should burn the feathers and she would come to his aid. The time had come for Zal to rejoin the world of men. When he returned to his father's kingdom, Zal heard about Rudaba, the beautiful daughter of the king of Kabul. He was told that she had lips like cherries, eyelashes like a raven's wings, and her face was as round and fair as a brilliant moon. Rudaba was also intrigued by stories she had heard about Zal and of his amazing strength. However, her friends teased her about falling in love with a man with white hair and who had been brought up in a bird's nest. But Zal was also worried because Rudaba was an ancestor of the evil serpent, King Zahak. But they arranged to meet, and in this lovely painting we can see Rudaba in her tower offering to let her hair down so that Zal could climb up and they could finally meet. They did meet and fell in love. Before their families gave permission for them to marry, they consulted the astrologers to find out if the marriage would be prosperous. When they were told that their child would be a hero and conqueror of the world, they gave their permission and a huge wedding feast was prepared. Rudaba soon became pregnant, but when her time came, Persian mythology says that her baby was big and her labour was long and difficult. Zal was certain that his wife was going to die. When she seemed near death, he suddenly remembered the feathers which the Simurgh had given him. So he placed them on the fire, and in this painting we can see the Simurgh has flown to help Zal. She instructed him how to perform a caesarean section, and he was able to deliver their baby, a boy so big he is described as a lion cub. They named him Rostam. As predicted by the astrologers, Rostam became Iran's greatest mythological hero. His life and fantastic adventures are recounted in many of the most popular stories in the Shahnama. I hope you will have an opportunity to visit us in the near future, and we look forward to welcoming you as you spend some time in our galleries and see some of the other beautiful books and artworks which are on display.